call and the 150 put in every month under IBM. Okay? And you have series. Series is when you combine it all. IBM, June, 140, call. There you've got the class, IBM, the month, June, and 140, the strike, all together. That is called the option series. The IBM June 140 calls, that's an IBM, that's the option series. Now, obviously, you're probably not going to talk too much about option class, option series. Probably not going to talk much about that stuff. You're just going to sit there and say, hey, I want to trade the option, the IBM June 40 calls. You're not going to be saying, hey, I want to trade this series or this class. But just have to go ahead and give you the proper verbiage. Okay, here's our example. B for buy. Number of contracts, 20. JPM is the underlying symbol, which would be JP Morgan Bank. May is the expiration date. 40 is the strike price. C for call. Buy 20, JP Morgan, May 40 calls. B, first thing you see is there, B, tells you to buy or sell. Second thing is the number of contracts, in this case 20. Then we have JPM, that's the symbol of the underlying. May, that's our expiration month. And we know that that option is going to expire the third Friday, is the last trading day. Saturday it expires. 40, that's the strike price. In this case, I'm going to have the right to buy JP Morgan at $40 a share. And it's a call, which means I have the right to buy. Any questions there? Another example. Sell 10, BAC, deck 40 puts. That S, I don't know why it says buy there, but that S means sell, S for sell. Whoever typing this up was typing too fast. S for sell. I'm a seller, not a buyer. 10, number of contracts. BAC, underlying symbol, Bank of America. DEC, short for December, that's our expiration month. Last trading day will be the third Friday of December. 40, that's our strike price. P for put option. Giving us the right to sell. Okay, now we can talk about some option transactions. As an individual investor, you will be doing two types of trades. One trade will be an opening trade. An opening trade is any trade that initiates or increases a position size. So, for instance, if I am going to open up with buying 10 June 50 calls, that will be an opening trade. My position went from 0 to plus 10. I bought 10 of them. If I buy 10 more a little later, that is also considered an opening trade. I'm opening the size of the position up bigger. If I sell 5 of those a little later, that's going to be a closing trade. Why? Because after I initiated my position, I added to it. Both of them were opening trades because it's increasing a position size. Then I sold some. When I sold some of the ones I owned, I decreased my position size. Closing transactions are any trade that decreases the size of your position. If I started off selling, I want to sell 10 June 55 calls. That is also an opening trade. You are initiating a position. If I decide to sell 10 more, giving me a total of short 20 now, that is still an opening trade because now I have a bigger short position on. I have increased my position size. I went from short 10 to short 20. That's a bigger increased position. If later I decide to buy 15 of them back, that would be a closing trade. Because if I was short 20 and I buy back 15, my new position is only short 5. I have decreased the size of the position. Thus, it's a closing trade. Everybody understand that? Denise, there's an N there. Was that from before? Or do you not understand opening and closing? Okay, it's from before? Okay. Just want to double check. Now, one other thing you're going to hear about is open interest. Open interest refers to the total amount of option contracts that are out there presently in a specific option. So, if I was trading an option and you and I did a trade, if it was an opening trade, the amount of open interest would increase because I'm opening and you're opening. However, if I do another trade with someone else, I might be closing. That decreases the amount of open interest, but the other person's opening. That might re-increase it. It's just trying to give you an idea of how much interest is in that option position, that option strike. Open interest can be large in some situations. Open interest can be small in others. You will hear people tell you that open interest is a determining factor of liquidity. They would be wrong. Anybody who tells you anything about, oh, don't trade those options because there's no open interest, is someone that is a liar, because open interest does not have anything to do with liquidity. Anybody who tells you different, ask for your money back because they do not know or understand options. Liquidity talks about size and width of the market. If you have an option that has a 2 bid offered at $2.05, which is a pretty tight bid-ask spread, and they are willing to buy 10,000 contracts on the bid, then they're willing to sell 10,000 contracts on the offer, I don't care that there's no open interest there. That is incredible liquidity. Everybody get my point? Do not confuse open interest with liquidity. They are not correlated. Yet you will hear people who say they know about options tell you that they are correlated, and that is not correct. Everybody clear on that? I will eventually tell you what open interest is good for, but it is not a determining factor of liquidity. Okay? Size and spread. If the market's tight and big, it doesn't matter what the open interest is, because liquidity talks about how quickly can I get in and out. Tight market, big size, I can get out and in very quickly. Don't have to worry about open interest.